Consider here, find the Fourier coefficients x of k of the signal shown. Okay, it's just similar to the previous class problem where we are seeing. Okay, now the signal is infinite in duration, so it's a triangular signal. What's the period of the signal? Anybody? What's the period of the signal? Yeah.
2.
Oh, good. So it varies from -1 to +1, and again it becomes 1 to 3. Therefore, T naught is equal to 2. Therefore, omega naught equal to 2 pi by T naught, and 2 pi by 2 is equal to pi. Once again, what's the definition of this one x of t from -1 to 0? See here, it is 1 plus t. How it is valid? When t is equal to -1, it is 0. When t is equal to, let us say 0, 1 plus 0 is 1. Therefore, this is valid. Otherwise, what you can do, you can calculate the slope. Slope is 1 minus 0 by -1 minus of 0. Sorry, 1 minus 0 by 0 minus of -1. That is 1 by 1 into t plus c. So what you have to do to calculate c by taking at 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, c will become equal to 1. Like this, I calculated. You have done many such problems to calculate the slope. Therefore, this will become 1 plus t. Similarly, this will become 1 minus t from 0 to 1. Check this equation. At t equal to 0, this will become 1 minus 0, that is 1. At t equal to 1, 1 minus 1 will become 0. Therefore, this equation is valid. Once you note these equations, check their validity between the limits. Okay, any doubt? Are you able to follow this one? Okay, now x of k is 1 by t naught, integral for a period of t naught, x of t into e power minus j k omega naught t. So it has two definitions. Therefore, what I will do, I'll write the equation as it is by taking omega naught equal to pi. Therefore, I have minus j k pi t, integral from -1 to +1. Now I have 1 by 2, split it into two parts, that is -1 to 0. What is your x of t? 1 plus t into e power minus jk pi t dt plus integral from 0 to 1. X of t is 1 minus t. Okay, second definition, 1 minus t into e power minus jk pi t. The rest is simple integration. So what you do? First function into integral of second one, e power minus jk pi t divided by minus jk pi minus integral of this function, that is once again e power minus jk pi t divided by minus jk pi into minus jk pi, that is minus jk pi whole square, into derivative of 1 plus t. Derivative of 1 plus t is 1 only with respect to t from the limits -1 to 0. Similarly, second one multiply by -1 by 2. Don't forget, because its bracket is for both of them. So 1 by 2, first function 1 minus t into integral of this one minus e power minus jk pi t divided by minus jk pi minus, okay, integral of this one e power minus jk pi t divided by minus jk pi t into derivative of this function will give you -1. That's why instead of minus you have plus. Integral limits from 0 to 1. Any doubt here? Are you able to follow this one?
No, sir.
Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Okay. Now I'm just putting the limits. So put t equal to 0 here. When you put t equal to 0, what will happen? This value will give you 1. So 1 plus 0. So totally it is 1. 1 by minus jk pi minus, when you give, let us say t equal to 0 here, this function will give you 1. So minus 1 by minus jk pi whole square. So first both elements you have put 0. Next minus, put -1 here. When you put -1, 1 minus 1 will become 0. So this factor will become totally 0. And minus of minus is plus. Second function, give -1. So e power jk pi divided by minus jk pi whole square. Similarly, look at the second function. Put t equal to 1. This factor will go away. So total value will become 0. When you put t equal to 1, whatever I have is only e power jk pi divided by minus jk pi. Okay, whole square, this function. Okay, when you give 1 here, this factor will become totally 0. Okay, that's why not shown. When you give 0, what will happen? It is 1 by minus jk pi into minus e power minus jk pi into minus 1. Totally it will become plus 1 by jk pi. This value, whatever I shown you here. Okay, see here, look at the second value. Next, similarly, when you give 1 here, it will become e power minus jk pi divided by minus jk pi whole square. When you give 0 here, this value will become 1 minus 1 divided by this whole square. Are you able to follow this step? Or any doubt you have? I am substituting the limits in the whatever I have got the integration. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Now look at this one, whatever I cancelled. See here, minus 1 by jk pi and plus e power jk pi will become into 0 will become 1. So this factor and this factor will get cancelled. So whatever I have is e power jk pi, it is again minus 1 power n minus 1 power k. Okay, this factor will become minus 1 power k and this will become minus 1. Similarly, how e minus 1 power k minus 1, both of them I am going to add. I'll get 1 minus minus 1 power k, okay, into 2, okay, because these two factors and these two factors will get added up. So I have, so 2 and 2 gets cancelled. In the denominator, what happens? Minus square plus j square is minus 1, minus cancels with this minus, so remaining I have only pi square k square. So this is the reason I, instead of taking minus 1 power k minus 1, I taken 1 minus minus 1 power k. So this minus cancels with j square minus, remaining only pi square k square. 2 gets cancelled. My final answer is only my 1 minus minus 1 power k by pi square k square. But one restriction, k should not be equal to 0. If k becomes 0, what you do? You substitute within here. The function k becomes equal to 0. So this is integral from minus 1 to 0 of 1 plus t plus integral from 0 to 1 of 1 minus t dt. Because this function will give you 1 and this function will also give you 1. That's what I written here. Okay. Now let us integrate. Integral of 1 is t. Integral of t is t square by 2 from the limits minus 1 to 0. Plus integral of 1 is t. Integral of t is minus t square by 2 from 0 to 1. Okay. So put the limits 0. So both the functions will give you 0. Minus, put the limit minus 1. Minus of minus is plus 1. Minus 1 by 2. Okay. So t square is minus 1 whole square, that is plus 1 by 2. But minus sign is already there. Therefore, I have minus 1 by 2. Do the same thing here. It is 1 minus 1 by 2 that I written. When you put 0, both of the values will generate 0. So I have 0. So plus 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, all the three terms will get cancelled. The remaining term is only 1 multiplied by 1 by 2. I have 1 by 2. And look here. I have x of k is minus 1 minus minus 1 power k by pi square k square. It is a pure number. Whatever may be the value, it is just a number. Similarly, x of 0, that is also a number. Therefore, there is no j term in this equation. When there is no j term in this equation, angle will become 0 only. That's why angle of x of k is equal to 0, because x of k is constant. It can have any number, but it is not in the form of x plus jy. Okay, so it is constant. Therefore, angle of a constant is 0. Any constant k is equal to k angle 0. That's why it is 0. Are you able to follow this step? Any doubt?
Sir, in final step, how did you get minus 1 whole power k?
This one, this one is e power minus jk pi. So in this I will write it as e power minus j pi whole power k. E power minus j pi is nothing but cos pi minus j sin pi. Sin pi is 0. What is cos pi? Minus 1. Minus 1 whole power k. This is what I written here. Is it okay? E power minus j pi whole power k, right? E power minus j pi is nothing but minus 1. Minus 1 power k I have done here. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you followed the final answers? Angle of this is 0. So this I am going to plot. What is the value of, I will take k versus modulus of x of k and angle of x of k. Look here, amplitude spectral, modulus of x of k. Let us say k, if k equal to 0, what will happen? Value is 1 by 2, that I shown at the center. This is 1 by 2. Let us give k equal to 1. If you give k equal to 1, 1 minus of minus 1 is 2, 2 by pi square into 1 square, that is 2 by pi square. So 2 by pi square is here. Give k equal to 2. When you give k equal to 2, what happens? 1 minus of 1. Okay, minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is 1 only. 1 minus 1 is 0 only. Therefore, at 2, you should get 0. See here, at 2, it is 0. Next, give 3. When you give 3, it will become minus. It will become 3. 3 by pi square by 3 square. That is 3 by 9. That is 1 by 3 pi square. That is the answer. 1 by 3 pi square. 2 by pi square into 3 square, that is 2 by 9 pi square. Sorry, answer is 2 by 9 pi square. Similarly, for all even values of k, this value will give you 0. Therefore, all the even values will become 0. For all odd values, this will become 2. Let's say if we give, let's say 5, then it will become 2 by 25 pi square. If you give 5, it will become 2 by 25 pi square, something like this. So whatever is generated for plus, same values will be generated for minus also. Therefore, you can draw a symmetric graph. Now, what is your phase plot? As we already told you, angle of x of k is 0 only because x of k is constant. Therefore, I'll simply show a graph theta of k with all the values are 0 that are shown you on the k axis. All the values are 0 because theta of k is equal to 0. Have you followed? Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Okay. So, look here. This is a slightly peculiar signal. Find the exponential Fourier series of Fourier series representation of the signal. This is signal is at 0 it is 1, at t naught, at 2 t naught, on every value it is 1 only. Right from right side and left side, the value is 1. Now, can you tell me what is the period of the signal? What is the period of the signal? Any of you? What's the over what time the signal repeats?
Minus infinity to infinity.
Period of the signal. Signal is existing from minus infinity to plus infinity. What is the period of the signal? Because without period, you will not be able to find the Fourier series. So suppose I am here. How much I should move so that I will get one more one?
T naught.
T naught.
One period.
One period. What is one period? That is T naught.
T naught.
If I move from 0 to T naught, I am going to get one more one. Therefore, the period of the signal is T naught. This is what I want you to recognize. So x of t is nothing but summation x of k minus infinity plus infinity into e power minus jk omega naught t. What is omega naught? 2 pi by t naught. So what is your x of k? I should find x of k. So x of k is equal to 1 by t integral of this function. So this is equal to, what is the period of the signal? 1 by t naught. Integral for a period of 0 to t naught. What is this value? This is for delta of t. Delta of t is equal to 1 at t equal to 0. Otherwise, it is not existing. So take t equal to delta of t into e power minus jk omega naught t. Okay, so I missed minus here. This should be minus. Okay, minus jk omega naught t. So whatever minus I have to put here. I missed this one. So you consider minus jk omega naught t. So delta of t exists only at t equal to 0. So when you put t equal to 0, this value will become 1 and this value will also become 1. So what happens? Total value will become 1 only and there is no integration. Why? Why there is no integration? Anybody? Why there is no integration? Why I need not integrate? Huh? Any of you?
Because delta of t is 1.
Huh. For all other values, delta of t is not existing. For all other values, there is nothing actually. Between 0 to t naught, there is nothing. Only at 0 you have 1. When it between 0 to t naught, there is nothing. Therefore, the integration is not necessary only. Therefore, total answer of this one is 1 only. Therefore, resultant x of k is only 1 by t naught. Therefore, what I will write, x of t can be represented as 1 by t naught. This is your x of k is 1 by t naught. Integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, e power minus jk. What's your omega naught? Omega naught is equal to 2 pi by t naught into t. So suppose that if they give the problem like this, instead of t naught, they give 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, so on up to infinity. Then substitute t naught in this problem. So what happens? E power minus jk 2 pi t into 1 by 1. So it will become a periodic signal. What is actually I mean is Fourier series equivalent of this signal is nothing but a Dirac delta function. A Dirac delta function is nothing but delta of t which is existing at this point. So Fourier series expansion of a Dirac stream is nothing but one more Dirac stream only. The function will look exactly same thing because of these values. When k equal to 0, you are going to get 1. When k equal to 1, you are going to get 1 because e power minus jk is equal to jk 2 pi is always 1. Therefore, it gives you 1 only. So 1 by t naught, 1 by t naught, 1 by t naught, you will be simply getting continuously. Okay, that's what you have to understand. So if you give a Dirac stream, you are going to get a Dirac stream only. Okay, this is a very peculiar property of this waveform. Are you able to follow this one? Now, look here,
Yes.
slightly different problem I'll undergo. Now, I will ask you to find x of t, but I'll give you x of k. Okay, let us give a magnitude spectrum. This magnitude spectrum is given to you and phase spectrum is also given to you. Okay, angle of x of k is given, modulus of x of k is given, but I want x of t. How will you solve this problem? First, write x of k is equal to modulus of x of k and angle of x of k. Okay, first write any function can be written as modulus of that value into angle of that value. Now, where this is existing, minus 4, minus 3, plus 3 and plus 4, the functions are existing. Remaining values, it is 0. Therefore, x of minus 4, x of minus 3, x of plus 3, x of 4, I had to write. Remaining values I need not consider because all of them are non-zeros. They're not existing. Similarly, corresponding value. So minus 4, one value is existing, minus 4, phase spectrum must be given. Okay, so minus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 4, plus 4, the values are given. Then only we'll be able to solve the problem. Now, how do you write? X of 3. X of 3 is equal to, what is magnitude of x of 3? X of 3 is equal to 1. What is angle of x of 3? Minus pi by 4. That is e power minus j. Okay, theta of k is nothing but minus pi by 4. Therefore, it will become minus pi by 4. Are you able to follow this one? Any doubt here? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, for each one of them, you do the same thing. Let us write x of minus 3. What is x of minus 3 here? Plus 1. Magnitude is plus 1, I'll write. What is the angle? Pi by 4. That I'll write it as e power j pi by 4. Like this, I'm going to write x of minus 3. Let us write it x of 4. What is x of 4? This is 2. Okay, so 2 I'll write into e power j. So what is 4? Pi by 8. That is angle at 4 is pi by 8. E power j pi by 8. Similarly, x of minus 4. X of minus 4 is 2. So 2 are written at the end. Into angle is e power minus j pi by 8. So e power j pi by 8 take into minus 1 e power minus j by 8. So this factor you have x of 3, x of minus 3, x of 4 and x of minus 4 you have. Now consider the synthesis equation. I want finally x of t, but whatever I have is x of k. So x of t is equal to x of k into e power j omega naught kt. Look at the problem. In the problem, I have given it as omega naught equal to pi. If they don't give omega naught value, you can assume the value and write in the equation, but they will give the omega naught value. Okay. If they don't give, you assume a finite value. Okay. 1, 2, or pi, or pi by 2, something like that you can assume. Okay. Now, x of t is equal to, let us put x of, let us say 3, x of 3, x of 3 is nothing but 1 into e power minus j pi by 4. I written 1 into e power minus j pi by 4 into omega naught is pi, e power j pi, okay, k is 3 into 3. that is e power j pi 3t, that is e power j 3 pi t. This I have written. Okay, give the value k equal to +4, -4, +3, -3 in this equation. That's what I'm doing. Have you followed this step? Any doubt here? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, next step. This is x of -4, sorry, x of 3. Let us get x of -3. X of -3 is 1 e power j4. This value are taken 1 e power j5/4. Then e power minus j 3 pi t. This will be exactly one. It is plus means another one will become minus j 3 pi t. Similarly, go to the next one. 2 e power j pi by 8. This value are taken into e power j pi, k is 4. So e power j pi 4t. So this is e power j pi 4t. Similarly, another one will become 2 e power minus j pi by 8 into e power minus j 4 pi t. So one it is plus means another one will become minus. Therefore, the equations are symmetric. See here, these two plus pi by 4 minus pi by 4 plus pi by 8 minus pi by 8. So once you write these two, another two you can always write. Okay, so you have got this function. Now what I will do, I'll take e power j from this term, 3 pi t minus pi by 4 from the first and second function. So when you take common, 3 pi t minus pi by 4 you are going to get. Similarly, e power minus j into 3 pi t minus pi by 4 you get. So I have got this value. Okay, this value and this value are taken. Similarly, for this one, 2 is constant, e power j 4 pi t plus pi by 8 I have. Okay, this value plus e power minus j 4 pi t plus pi by 8. Okay, are you able to follow this one? So I grouped the like terms so that I can solve the problem in a more easier way. Have you followed from this step to this step?
Yes, sir.
Okay, once I have looked at this point, look here, e power jx plus e power minus jx, that I will write it as 2 cos of x, 2 into cos of x. Okay, once I have this one, similarly plus 2, okay, e power jx plus e power minus jx, I'll write 2 cos of x, that is 4 pi t plus pi by 8. So it will become 2 cos of this one plus 2 into 2, 4 cos of this much, that will solve the problem. That is your x of t. Okay, have you followed this step? Okay, now once again I'll give a very similar problem. X of k is equal to jk mod of k is strictly less than 3. So what is the variation of k? What should be the variation of k? Mod of k is strictly less than 3. So what is the variation k can take? Anybody? What is the variation k can take when mod of k is strictly less than 3? Yeah, Rashmi, tell. What is the variation k can take? See here.
-2 to 2.
Very good. -2 to +2. It is strictly less than. Okay. K is an integer only. K cannot become 1.5, 2.5. K is strictly an integer. Okay. So once again, I'll write the basic equation x of t with x of k. Now omega naught. Omega naught is 2 pi by t naught. T naught is given to you as 4. Therefore, I'll write it as pi by 2. Now I'll substitute k equal to -2 to +2 x of k into e power jk pi by 2 into t. So this value I got e power jk into omega naught is pi by 2 into t. Now I'll write x of -2 into e power -2. I'll write -2 plus 2 cancelled, e power minus j pi t plus x of -1 e power minus j pi by 2t plus put 0. So I got x of 0 plus x of 1 e power j pi by 2t plus x of 2. Okay, I get written into e power j, 2 cancels, j pi t. So this I'm written. Now what I will do, I'll combine the like terms. So e power j pi t, see here, what is your x of minus 2? Look here in the equation. X of minus 2 is nothing but minus 2j. So let us say whatever k value, when you choose k equal to 2, put k equal to 2. So it is 2j. When it is minus, put minus, because there is no mod for this value. Look here very carefully. If it is mod of jk, then it will become mod of k. But mod of jk, when k equal to plus 1, it is plus j. When k equal to plus 2, it is plus 2j. When k equal to minus 1, it is minus j. When k equal to minus 2, it is minus 2j. So x of minus 2 is nothing but minus 2j. X of minus 1 is minus j. X of 0 is 0. Plus x of 1 is 1 plus j. X of 2 is 2j. Now combine first and second term. Let us say first term and last term. 2j you take common. It will become e power j pi t minus e power minus j pi t. Similarly, second and fourth term you combine, plus j into e power j pi by t minus e power minus j pi by 2t. So e power jx minus e power minus jx, this I will write it as multiply and divide by 2j. So this by 2j will give me sine of pi t. 2j is outside and one more 2j is outside. Okay, just check this step. If you are not understood, I'll re-explain. Go through the step once again and tell me whether you are understood or not. Are you able to follow this step? Yeah, any doubt here?
Yes, sir.
Have you followed? There are
No, sir.
2j's carefully. Okay, e power jx minus e power minus jx I have. So that I will write it as 2j sine t, and already one 2j was present. Okay, therefore there are two 2j's. Similarly here also there is 1j, this written here, and this is 2j into sine of pi by 2t. Okay, so 2j will come on both terms. Here one more 2j will come, here one more j will come. So it become j square is minus 1, minus into plus 4 is minus 4 sine pi t. So j square is minus 1 minus 2 sine of pi by 2t. This is your answer. Followed?
Yes, sir.
Now look at this one. It's a very simple problem, but observe x of t is given cos of 8 pi t, y of t is given sin of 8 pi t, and g of t is equal to x of t multiplied by y of t. Okay, find sorry, x of k, y of k, and x of k into y of k. So how do I write x of k, x of t? It is e power jx plus e power minus jx. This are written. So this is cos of omega naught t. What is your omega naught? 8 pi. Similarly, I can write y of t also. So how do you write x of t? X of t is written as synthesis equation summation x of k into e power jk omega naught t. Omega naught is 8 pi. So I'll write it as it is 1 by 2 omega naught. If I write in this equation omega naught t it is. Okay, just omega naught t. So this is k is equal to plus 1. What is the value? X of k is 1 by 2 into e power j 8 pi into t. So omega naught is 8 pi. So it will become e power j 8 pi into t. Therefore k will become either plus 1 or k will become minus 1. When k is plus 1, you are going to get plus j 8 pi. When k equal to minus 1, you are going to get minus j 8 pi. Therefore, I'll write it is plus 1 by 2 and k equal to plus or minus 1. And for all other cases, it is 0 because all other terms are not existing. Have you followed this step? Or any doubt you have? Any doubt?
Sir, repeat that x of t.
See here, x of k is the magnitude value. Magnitude value is 1 by 2 only. So I written 1 by 2. Now, how I got this value? So omega naught is 8 pi. So 8 pi into t, j 8 pi into t into k how? So compare this equation with this equation. So 8 pi t into 8 pi j into t. Here also 8 pi j into t I am going to get. What is the value of k? When k equal to plus 1, I'll get here. When k equal to minus 1, I'm going to get this term because omega naught is 8 pi. Therefore, when k equal to either plus 1 or minus 1, what is the magnitude of this one? Magnitude is 1 by 2. If you get different values, for plus 1 you write 1 by 2, for this one you write another value. That's all. So k equal to plus or minus 1. So remaining values it is 0. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is like e power j omega naught t. Okay, this I written as cos of omega naught t. What is your omega naught? Omega naught is 8 pi. So that only I'm writing it in this equation. That's all. So omega naught is known, t is known, j. So what is left is only k. So k I'll give 1 and k equal to minus 1. That's all I'm doing. So this equation I'll rewrite it as 1 by 2. So k plus 1 it is written as, that is delta of k plus 1, that is value at minus 1 is written as delta of k plus 1, value at plus 1 is written as delta of k minus 1. Understood this one or any doubt you have? Value at plus 1 means delta of k shifted by 1 time unit, that is delta of k minus 1. Value at minus 1 means delta of k shifted backwards by 1 unit, that is delta of k plus 1. Followed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us do the same thing with y of t. What is your y of t? Y of t is nothing but sine of 8 pi t. So here omega naught equal to 8 pi. I'll write it as 1 by 2j e power j 8 pi t minus 1 by 2j e power minus j 8 pi t. So once again I'll write y of k is e power j k omega naught t. Omega naught is 8 pi. So when you give k equal to plus 1, it is 1 by 2j. Now look here, when you give k equal to minus 1, it will become minus 8 pi t. But what is the value? Value is minus 1 by 2j. In the cos, both of them were plus 1 by 2. That's why you could write the same value. But for sine, for plus 1 it is 1 by 2j, for minus 1 it is minus 1 by 2j. Remaining values do not exist, therefore the output is 0. Once you write this one, I'll write y of k 1 by 2j into delta of k minus 1, value at k equal to 1, minus 1 by 2j, value at k equal to plus 1, that is delta of k plus 1. So y of k is this value. Okay. So it's a parallel one. Whatever you have done for x of k, same thing you are doing for y of k. Follow?
Yes, sir.
Now what I will do, you are asked for g of t is equal to x of t into y of t. Multiplication in the time domain will become convolution in the frequency domain, as you already know in the modulation theorem. Multiplication translates to convolution and convolution translates to multiplication. How to obtain this one? G of k, let us convolve x of k to y of k. What is your x of k? X of k is 1 by 2 into delta of k plus 1 plus 1 by 2 into delta of k minus 1. This I written x of k. And what is your y of k? 1 by 2j minus 1 by 2j into delta of k plus 1 plus 1 by 2j into delta of k minus 1. I written. So 1 by 2 into, so multiply each one of them. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2j minus 1 by 4j, k plus 1, k plus 1, that gives me k plus 2. So what you do, k will remain unchanged, add the terms, other terms. Plus 1 will become plus 2. Next term, 1 by 2 into 1 by 2j, 1 by 4j, delta of k plus 1, delta of k minus 1. So delta of k plus 1 minus 1, that is 0, that will become delta of k. Did you follow? Multiply the amplitude and add the delta of k terms. That's what I'm doing. Don't add k. K will remain unchanged. Other than the terms, you have to add. Followed the first and second step?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I'll do the same thing. Minus 1 by 4j. K minus 1, k plus 1. That will give me 0. Lastly, 1 by 4j. That will become k minus 1, k minus 2. So, I'll cancel these two. So, once I cancel these two, I have remaining only minus 1 by 4j delta of k plus 2. And I have 1 by 4j delta k plus 2. Okay. This is what is my final answer. Okay. So, I'll stop at this point. We'll continue in the next class.